more light. There we go. All right. Just waiting for all the devices to kick in. Won't take me long. Give me a second here. We'll get this started. There we go. Do. All right. Well, this kind of stinks. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to add Dave with this chat. This sucks. All right. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes. It's not quite 7 o'clock. But it is definitely... Oh, let's see here.
Dad?
All right. Give it just a couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll get rolling. Just a couple seconds here. We'll get rolling on this live. So my OBS client decided to take a vacation today, and let me get some more light on this. And so I was unable to do this as I normally would a live, but we are going to get that issue resolved. It had an issue with my webcam driver, and then it just checked out. It just said, I'm not working. I'm not doing it, and taking my software and not going to do anything for you. So that's where we're at. But I am monitoring the chat. It'll be on my phone. So I should be able to see. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? And if so, can you send something up in the chat? All right, Dave can see me. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can add anybody. Wait a minute, maybe I can. Let's see here. I'm going to add Dave as a moderator, as a managing moderator. So if anybody comes in and gets crazy, then you can crap can them out of here. So Dave, I don't know if you've ever done that before, but as a moderator, so if somebody comes in and they're getting obnoxious in the chat, you can click on their name and you can click remove, and or mute or give a warning or something along those lines. So I'll rely on you to do that. We are going to be doing a giveaway tonight for sure. I'm going to do a giveaway every Friday night. I don't know exactly what we're going to be giving away every week, but we are going to be giving away some stuff. So tonight's giveaway is going to be this bottle of Ceramic Shield. This is from Suppressor Solution. You guys have probably seen me talk about this stuff. Basically, it is a cleaner and a ceramic coating for all of your air guns, firearms, whatever you want. It adds a level of slickness to your actions, to your gun. It's going to repel dirt, it's going to repel water, it's going to repel mud, you name it, it's going to do it. They did send me a bunch of this stuff, and I have coated, I would say, 50% of all my guns right now, and they are doing amazing. It keeps the dust off of them. The dust won't collect to them, anything like that. So think of it as like a ceramic coating for your car, except made for your firearms and your air guns or your knives. I use it on my knives. So you name it, it'll work. So we're going to be giving that away. And how we're going to do that giveaway is Dave is going to think of a question. We're not going to talk about it yet, but Dave's going to think about a question. I don't know, just something that people can probably guess. Um, and when it comes time, we'll have Dave drop the question. The first person that I see or that Dave sees with the proper answer is going to win this. I'll contact you, or you can contact me. We'll get in touch with you, and we'll send out this bottle of Ceramic Shield. So, does that sound good? Hopefully, everybody thinks that sounds good. So tonight, I do want to talk about a little bit of stuff that we have going on with the channel. You guys have probably noticed that we have moved into the firearm realm. And I get this question all the time. Moose, are you getting rid of air guns? And the answer is absolutely not. 100% not going away from air guns. I just want to bring firearms into the situation as well. So I'm not doing away with air guns. You guys are still going to be able to see air gun stuff. It's just going to be a little bit different. That's all. So we're going to be talking tonight about some of the sponsors to the channel, people that both Dave and I are working with and enjoying. And we're also going to be having a conversation. I'm kind of bummed out that Dave can't be in this live because we're working on getting Dave a new handgun. And the reason that we're doing that is because Dave shoots a Springfield. And not that there's anything wrong with it. It's a beautiful gun. It works like $1 million. It is a great gun. But as a team, we really want to be on the same platform, especially magazine-wise. And this is definitely something that we are going to talk about. If you guys are in the world and are, teaming up with people in case of bad situations happening, like where Dave and I live, we have a community group that, we're all kind of intertwined, and it gives us a benefit to, if something bad does actually happen, that we are all prepared to defend the whole town, all of us. And part of that is being universal across the board, right? If I'm shooting, well, the camo one that's up there, the third one up, that's my 300 blackout. So if all of us are shooting 300 blackout or 5.56, or whatever it is, which we all have both, then if we're in a situation, then my stuff is interchangeable with Dave's stuff's interchangeable with my stuff, and we don't run into, what's up, Chris? Thanks for joining, man. I'm kind of bummed out. I was telling everybody that my OBS client decided to take a and I haven't used it in a while, and I updated it, and as soon as I updated it, it had a problem with my GoPro webcam, and then it had a problem with some other stuff, and it just kept freaking out. And finally, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it off my tablet tonight. But I do promise by next week, I will have the OSB client up, or OBS client up, and I'll be able to bring some people in, especially Dave, which I'm very disappointed that. I'm sorry, Dave. I am, because love, bro. But anyway, so back to the whole thing about getting Dave a new handgun, and we actually may even put it to a vote, because we've looked at a couple of different options. We've looked at the pistol from Bear Creek Arsenal, which takes Glock magazines. We've looked at the Palmetto State Armory Dagger, which still takes Glock magazines. I do shoot Glocks. I'm a Glock fanatic. I'm a Glock fan. It's not that I don't like other guns. It's simply that my Glocks, I know them like the back of my hand. And they're very universal. 99% of most people that you come across, well, maybe not 99%, but a very high percentage of people that you're going to come across are going to more than likely have Glocks. They're also going to have Glock magazines. So it's nice to be able to have that as a main gun, right? It's like I said, it's not that I don't enjoy other pistols. I absolutely do. But having the same thing as everybody else, the majority of everybody else, is paramount in a survival situation or in a defensive situation or anything along those lines. So, that's kind of why I gravitate towards that. So we are looking at some other options as well, but we are going to get Dave a new handgun. I've reached out to a few of these people to see if they'll generously send us one for Dave, to be his full-time, well, almost his full-time, but during the video shooting, his full-time pistol. And I think we're going to let you guys pick which one Dave should keep. I think that would be cool. So along those lines, I do want to talk about a few people. Like I said, once again, we are going to be giving away some of the ceramic shield. Dave's going to be thinking of a question. First person that Dave sees with the correct answer, and I do say Dave sees because everybody's answers are they all come in differently, guys. So I just want to be clear on that. The issue is that as soon as you type an answer, you immediately see it. And you're going to see it before you see somebody else's answer. However, the other person may have answered before you. So the reason that we make it that whoever Dave sees first is the correct answer, then that's how we're going to roll with that, right? That's exactly how we're going to do this. Hold on a second. Go that way, please. Thank you. So we are going to be giving away this bottle of this ceramic shield, and somebody's going to be very happy. I'm telling you. I use this on every one of my firearms, every one of my knives, every one of my air guns, and it is absolutely amazing. It's a ceramic coating that bonds to your bolts, your firing pins, everything, and just does an amazing job protecting, repelling, and lubricating. As a matter of fact, it's not overly slick, but it definitely, you can feel a difference. So we are going to be doing that. Another thing I wanted to talk about, something that Dave and I have been tinkering with. You guys may have seen our bloopers video, but is the packed timer. This is something that, honestly, if you are into pistol shooting, Jackson, go that way, please, son. Thank you.
I'm looking at you.
I know. Go that way.
Just like your video.
My son. I'd have him come on, but he's not dressed. Having a timer like this really can increase your draw time, your target acquisition time, and the ability for you to shoot proficiently and accurately. So very cool, man. This is a company that I'm very grateful for. Dave and I had an absolute riot the first time that we tried this thing together, and it was awesome. So while we're here and everybody's just here, does anybody have any questions for Dave or I, or is there anything you guys would like to know? Anything like that? Let's get this chat flowing, man. Let's get some conversation started about what you guys want to see. I don't want it just to be a one-sided conversation, I suppose. I think Chris from the 740s here. He's probably got a question or two. I bet he does. Let me see who's still in here. Can't tell. Sure would be nice when my OBS is working. Dave is coming to SHOT Show as well. Yes, that's great. Yeah, as a matter of fact, so I booked us a hotel today, and the way that I looked it up was, I didn't want to pay in advance, right? I don't like paying for things in advance, especially that far out. So I had requested when I was looking through hotels.com or wherever I was, I don't even remember, maybe Expedia, I don't remember, for them to just hold it with, like a credit card. And the next thing I know, I get an email from the hotel and it says, hey, just to give you a heads up, the way that we work is we're going to bill you for the first 2 nights as well as the taxes on the entire night. And I went, no, it's not what I wanted to do. So I canceled that reservation. I stuck my wife on it. My wife is actually the best travel agent that I've ever known. She's very good at it, and she's very good at finding the best deals out there. But that one, I think that room, Chris, to answer that, along with that is, I think it was like $570 for the two of us from the 22nd to the 27th. So we'll be flying out the 27th and arriving the 22nd. So airfare will be a little bit different, but dude, there's always great deals to be had flying to Vegas. It's never really that much. I mean, I was finding rates today like $130 round trip for each one of us. So yeah, that's totally cool. But I do want to stay semi around the Flamingo because I figured that way if we, like as a group, because I think Matt is going to be at the Flamingo. I think that's where Matt said he was staying, unless he's staying with you. I don't know, but I think that it'll be easier if we like. I don't have any plans on renting a car. I figure worst case scenario, I could take an Uber. You basically got a trip there and a trip back every day. So if we all pile into a shuttle or whatever they offer, I don't know what they offer, then it should be better cost effectively. So it's kind of how I was looking at it. But yep, super excited about that. Yeah, Matt is at the Flamingo. Yeah. So, and my wife may find us a room at the Flamingo too. I don't know. But either way, I figured, I don't know who you're staying with or if you guys are renting a car. But I'll ride in the trunk, bro, if I can get a cheap ride there. Did you miss the 12 gauge bullpup part 2 video? No. What's the other one say? Hold on a second. I got to look at my other phone. You are in walking distance to SHOT every day. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I figured. I think I looked at like where it was to the Venetian, and it really wasn't that far. So, 12 gauge bullpup. So great. I'm glad that you guys brought that. I'm glad that you brought that up. Thank you. So you guys know I had an initial issue with my Black Aces Tank 12 here, right? I had a big issue with it, the first one. I couldn't reach out. I couldn't get a hold of anybody at Black Aces. It was very disturbing. I ended up getting a replacement from Palmetto State Armory. So awesome. Thank you very much, Palmetto State Armory, for just taking care of it. Because normally it's something that you send back to the manufacturer, not to PSA. They're not a gun shop, right? Unless it's their stuff. So about, I don't know, what was it, Dave? About a month ago, I get an email from this gentleman named Mike, who is the general manager of Black Aces Tactical. And it simply just says, hey, can you give me a call? I'd like to talk to you. And I'm thinking, great. Like, this dude's going to lose his cookies on me because I badmouth Black Aces so badly. And that is actually not the case. Mike is the new general manager of Black Aces Tactical, and he wanted to apologize for the experience that I had. They have come in and cleaned house at Black Aces. All that bad, can't get a hold of anybody, nobody answers the phone, that doesn't happen anymore. So, Mike is actually sending Dave and I a few shotguns, and he explained a lot of different stuff. Number one, the Tank 12 is a price point gun for Palmetto State Armory. Black Aces themselves do not sell that gun directly. It goes through Palmetto State Armory. And it is a price point gun. So what does that mean? It means that they have a $250-ish price point, and that's what you get, right? So I totally accept that. And this one actually works really, really well, or pretty well. I mean, for what it is. Dave and I, coming up in the next few weeks, are going to be reviewing 3 new shotguns from Black Aces Tactical, and I am super stoked. I think you guys are too. And they are not low price point guns. So we're going to be bringing you guys that, and thanks to Mike for reaching out and for the explanation and for really turning Black Aces back into a company that we should all be proud of. So in the meantime, what have I done to the Tank 12? So, any gun that comes from that price point is going to be a little rough around the edges. And so what I did was I completely disassembled the gun. I used a rubbing compound and a buffing wheel, and I basically smoothed everything out. Almost not quite to a mirror finish, but certainly got rid of a lot of the roughness, the edges that were kind of grinding and scraping. You could just hear them. I mean, what do you expect for? I mean, honestly, sometimes these things are on sale for under $200. So what do you expect, right? So I went through, I completely cleaned it, polished it, dealt with the trigger, dealt with the hammer, coated it in the ceramic shield, and that thing is butter smooth. So can it be fixed? Absolutely. Is it a big deal to own one and run into an issue with it? No, because you can put in a little bit of work, just like you would do with any other gun, right? I mean, unless you're using a drop-in trigger, or you bought a Velocity or a Timney or whatever you shoot, you can polish a trigger and get much greater results from most triggers. Just being careful that you don't over polish and turn your gun into something you don't want it to be. Yeah. So that's the update on that. I did have a second video. Unfortunately, YouTube would not allow me to monetize it. I don't even know why. And I argued with them, and they wouldn't monetize it. So I didn't release it. I should have, but I just didn't. So I am going to be shooting it again. I'll shoot it with Dave. I did change out the buffers. I don't know who is blowing my phone up right now. Hold on a second. My wife's asking, where am I live? YouTube. There she goes. I think she was trying to find my live. Oh, the wife's coming in. Can't be talking about anything crazy. But yeah, so that's definitely something that I'm glad got brought up, because I'm very excited to be working with Black Aces. As well as, I'll tell you another one that, I was really on the fence about, but it's this gun right here. That is a 450 Bushmaster. I also, somewhere around here, I don't know where it is right now. Have a 458 SOCOM from Bear Creek Arsenal. And I'm going to be honest with you. When you see those guys shooting those groups with those Bear Creek Arsenals and they're talking them up, it's legit. It is legit. Um, very accurate. Very accurate. As a matter of fact, almost more accurate than some other uppers that I have that are nowhere near that price point. So it's pretty it's seriously, yeah. I mean, don't be afraid to buy from Bear Creek Arsenal. Just saying, their customer service is good. I mean, everybody's got, something bad to say about their customer service. And granted, they take a lot of phone calls. You got to leave a lot of messages. But in all honesty, if you just leave one message, they will get back to you. They got back to me. It takes a little bit of time. I think they're a smaller family owned company. So, they don't have a big call center taking a bunch of calls. So, if you can be patient and love the fact that you can buy a complete upper for under $300, solid stuff. Let's see. Moving along to some other stuff that we have going on. The Mantis. Mantis is something that I have been working with a lot lately. And let me tell you, this will humble you to it'll humble you big time. It will. What did you just say? I'm glad they're taking care of it. I've been very interested in Bear Creek for a while. Yep, Bear Creek, yep. So the Mantis system is something that is a dry fire training system, okay? And what it is it's this little sensor. It's this big. That's it. I mean, if you guys can see that here, I'm gonna hold it up here. It's just this little, tiny little sensor. And it goes on to, my wife says, new look. Yeah, I do have a new look. I'm a little shaved up. But what it does is it attaches to your pistol, your rifle, or whatnot, and it works off of the dry fire itself. So from point of draw to aiming to pulling the trigger, it actually tells you, if you're pulling your shots, yanking your shots, you're taking too long to level your gun out. So when you make that grip and you have a tendency to nosedive your gun and then bring it up so that you can see your sights or your red dot or whatever, I'm really humbled by the fact that I'm getting into red dots more than I was iron sights. I'm really proficient with iron sights, but red dots are a little bit different. It's not the same. It if your draw isn't that exact push every single time, you're going to find that your red dot is not even anywhere near where you want it to be. So it's a great training tool. Definitely check them out, Mantis. Amazing people. So we got 9 folks in here right now. Anybody else? Let's get some conversation going. Dave Dudley says humbling. It is very humbling. It is very very humbling. It does really humble you big time. So all right, let's get some more questions rolling in here. We got 9 of us. Some of you guys got to have some questions. What else you guys want to chit chat about? I got lots more to talk about, but I'd rather hear what you guys have to say. Dave, have you thought about a question for the ceramic shield giveaway? Because somebody is going to win this little jar of ceramic shield for your firearms, air guns, knives, tools, whatever you want to coat with it. The stuff is amazing. So my wife says she wins. Honey, I got a whole bunch of it right here. You can just walk over here and grab one. That's funny. So Yeah, I'm really serious about this, and I've got some videos coming up, guys, on the ceramic shield. It is a nano ceramic gun lubricant and protectant, and it is awesome. So my wife says, "Nice shirt." Dad's against daughters dating. Um, very very cool stuff. Very very awesome stuff. It literally every one of my main firearms is coated in this, and some of the ones that they're not even my main guns, but they're all coated in this, including the new Bagara B4R or B14R that I picked up. I wish I could show you guys it. It's beautiful, but you guys have seen that B14R if you've ever watched Cyclops Joe's videos. Um, it is that gun. So super stoked. All right, nobody else has got any questions. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is a new product that was sent to me, and there's been some people out there doing reviews and stuff, and they've been talking about it, but I've been waiting to really put these things to the test. And Dave and I are going to be doing that coming up pretty soon here. But they are the Go Safe. These are magazines that are lockable. For actually, this is a dummy magazine. So what this does is this magazine, and just for the YouTube people, this is not a firearm. This is no, it's not a firearm. Simmer down. Um, but how this thing works is, and I'm not even going to bring a firearm on here in my hand, but what this is, it's a dummy magazine, okay? And it's set up for Glocks, Glock 19s, Glock 17s, Gen 1 through 5. So it's got both of the safety releases on either side. So if you've got a 4 or 5 with ambidextrous safeties. And how this thing works is this little key goes into the bottom. And when it's in your firearm, you turn this. And if you notice, you see that little tab that swings out right there? See it up in the top there, swinging out? That locks the magazine into your Glock, as well as stops the trigger from being pulled. So the gun is now 100% safe. Um, it's kind of a cool little process. Simply stick the key back in, turn the key again, it unlocks this magazine, and it'll drop out the bottom of the Glock. You can then put your normal magazine in it, and the gun is now capable of firing. So very cool product, but there's more. But wait, there's more. I'm not done. That's the dummy magazine, which I thought was really great, especially for like transporting. If you want to transport your handgun, and if you live in a state like mine, where if you don't have a CPL, really they like the guns kind of locked up and blah blah whatever. Just makes it completely safe. But all right, let me get to the next part here, and this next one's even cooler. So this is the Go Safe mobile mag, but this one actually holds bullets. So works off the same principles though. So this one you can actually load rounds into. It'll actually hold, I think 10 rounds. Yep, 10 rounds. Fit for a Glock 19 or a Glock 17. Same concept with the key. You simply stick the key in, turn it, it locks the gun and does not allow it to fire. Even though there can be a bullet in the chamber and one it's still in the mag, so technically you could have 11 rounds, this actually prevents the trigger from being pulled. It's awesome. It actually stops the plunger from being touched. So you can literally have your gun now loaded with this locking system. And these keys are very intricate. I mean, very, very intricate. You're not picking this lock, and you're not going to get this thing out of that gun without destroying it. You can't remove the slide. I've tried to remove the slide. Um, I've tried to do just about everything. You cannot fire that gun. It's impossible. And then it's just as simple as stick the key back in it, unlock it, and now your gun is 100% ready to fire with the 10 rounds that are in here and the one that's even in the chamber. So awesome little device here. And the only reason I haven't released the videos yet is because I've really been trying to put it to the test. How fast can I stick this key in there and turn this to unlock my gun? How fast can I unlock this thing, or even the other one, to make my gun ready? Because while I love the idea, it does put you at a slight disadvantage of making sure that you're proficient with this key. And it's something that, just like your draw or anything else, it really should be practiced. Just like with your AR and your safety, right? When you draw that AR up, the safety comes off when you're on target, and when you come off target, you put that safety back on. It's something that it's mechanical in your head. The more that you do it, it's like karate or anything else. The more that you teach your body to do those things, the easier it is to be able to do those things. So they do actually have also, as part of this, not only do you get your key combination, which is right here, which means that you store this in your gun safe. If you ever lose your key, you simply call up GoSafe, you give them this key, this code, they resend you the key that'll work with your device. But just like I said, getting proficient with this is just as important. They actually have a very heavy duty lanyard system that goes with this, so you can actually wear this on your side. It's got a drawstring, it's retractable, so you could reach down, you could pull your gun, grab your key, unlock your gun, and then be able to use your gun, or pull it out of your glove box, wherever it is, right? But the cool thing is that this completely disables your gun. So if in fact somebody was to get a hold of your gun, what are they going to do? Nothing without this key. Right? So very cool product, very innovative, I think, and it's nice to see that companies are coming out with this kind of stuff as alternative methods to all the other stuff that's out there. We know we can't trust Liberty safes, but I'm pretty sure you can trust GoSafe, because there's no mechanical key to type in to gain access to your gun. So, all right, anybody got any questions? Ryan Will says his wife really likes the pens that she bought. Well, that's good to hear. Anybody else? Let's talk about this stuff. Come on, guys. Throw something out there. There's only 6 of you guys in here that I can see. So right now you guys have like a 1 in 5 chance of winning some of this ceramic shield. I'm surprised that we don't have more people in here. I think we were supposed to. But as I mentioned earlier in my Instagram live, the unfortunate part is it's 7 o'clock here, but out in California, what is it, 4 o'clock? Or is it 3? How many hours away is from Eastern? Is it 4 hours to California? Yeah, Central, Mountain, Pacific. Yeah, so 3 hours. So yeah, it's only 4 o'clock in California. Most people aren't even out of work. So I think coming next week, we're going to bump this thing to later on. Yeah, we're going to bump it till later, probably around 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. I don't know. I want to be able to accommodate the West Coast people. I have a lot of friends that are on the West Coast and even in between. So even if you figure they're in mountain time. That's still 5 o'clock. So most people are just now getting out of work. Unless they get out at 6. So I kind of shot myself in the foot by doing this at 7. But I wanted to get a good gauge of what was going to happen. So next week it'll be a little bit later. I'll put out an announcement video, just letting you guys know when in fact I'm going to go live. So by next week we'll have OBS Studio working, and we'll have Dave in here, and maybe Chris. Maybe Chris will join us. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Chris will join us. I know Chris asked me to join him the other day, and I should. I'll make sure to jump into one of those lives with you soon, Chris. Dave says hiccup. That means Dave is tipping the bottle.
Hi, Dad.
But we're not playing with guns right now, so that's totally cool. Go that way. Thank you. I'll be with you in a minute, buddy. I could do that next week, right? No, go that way. No, Jackson, go that way, buddy. I'm serious.
At the a stall.
No.
No
My son.
stalling?
My son wants a new game installed.
Please.
No, at 9 p.m. on Friday. Oh. Well, Dave might not be joining us next week at 9 o'clock on Friday. Dave might be a little under the weather, or under the bottle, or into the bottle. So, yep. Dave, that's funny. Hiccup. Oh, we had a good time last night, though. Last night was a good night. Oh. So, anybody else? Let's talk about some stuff. What do you guys want to talk about? Is anybody going out for deer anytime soon, or are you in the hunting mode already? Have you already taken the deer? Let's talk deer. Everybody should want to shoot a deer because venison's amazing. I know Dave and I are trying our darndest. It's amazing that we haven't got one between the two of us yet, but it is what it is, guys. That's why they call it hunting and not killing. It's true. Same reason they call it fishing and not catching. Dave says rain, rain. Yeah, the deer don't mind the rain, though. That's the nice thing. You got one heck of a good ground blind. I really should go out in the morning. I haven't had my trail cam go off today yet, so. So let's see. All right. So, all right. If you guys want me to talk about some more stuff, I will. Let's see. One of the big sponsors of the channel, I want to give a huge shout out to Blue Alpha Belts. These guys make an incredible belt. If you guys are in the market or thinking about being in the market for a good battle belt, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got a plethora. As a matter of fact, look underneath my coat right here. Look at this. Look at all these belts. There's a lot of battle belts there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4 from other competitors. This is my Blue Alpha belt. It's a 2-part belt. It's got an inner Velcro belt that you wear around your waist. And then this part actually Velcros right to that inner belt, right? It is the most comfortable, well-made battle belt that I have ever encountered in my entire life. Cobra buckles. Mine is in the polymer Cobra, but look at how easy this thing goes together. Just, I mean, not even really putting pressure. That's what I love about Cobra buckles, and it is solid as a rock. As a matter of fact, strong enough that you can actually get a D-ring with the polymer, and it will hold your weight. So definitely check these guys out. Blue Alpha, veteran-owned company. These guys are absolutely phenomenal. Just to kind of go over some of the stuff that's on my belt. This is my Black Sheep holsters. This is my level 2 retention holster. This fits both my Glock 19 and my 17 without lights. The only reason that I don't have a holster with a lighting system yet is because I haven't figured out exactly which lights I'm going to run on my guns. I've got like 3 different lights on 3 different guns or 4 different guns. So I haven't, it's not that I'm opposed to Streamlight or anything else. What other brand of belts? We the People. Oh shoot, what's the other one? It's We the People. Safe Life Defense. Another We the People, and a kind of an off-brand, somebody off of Amazon. So it wasn't the cheapest belt, but it was still decent. But by far, this thing is the best quality. They actually make these belts to order too. So when you call them and you tell them your pant size, they make these belts by hand to you, for you. They're not stuck in, they don't have a big stockpile up on the shelf and they go, oh, so and so needs a 38 or a 42. Nope. You tell them what you want. They custom make it to the colors that you want, including the inner colors. So you can do inners and outers differently. My inner belt is actually black because it goes good with my pants. Yet this is all multicam. So yeah, something super awesome. They also make these holders for your Cat 7 tourniquets. So this is actually their brand. They actually make this. This thing weighs like ridiculous. Don't pretend that you are smaller than you are. I'm not. I'm not Dave, who ordered a 42 and is probably a 44 or whatever you ordered. I at least ordered my right size, 44. So, Dave told me his waist size and it barely fits him. Yeah, Dave. Me too. Me too, though. So, the nice thing is that these are adjustable as well. So if you do order a little bit big, you can come down a couple of sizes. But they do make, like I said, these Cat 5 or 7 tourniquets, as well as they have Cat 7 tourniquets that come with them. So they actually sent this one of these to each one of us in our belts. This is my My Medic EDC Everyday Carry first aid kit. If you guys know me, you know I use a lot of My Medic stuff. It's got everything in there that I need. It's got an extra tourniquet, chest seals, compression bandages, all kinds of good stuff in there to potentially keep myself or Dave or anybody else that we're with alive until qualified people get there. These magazine pouches, these are off of Amazon, but they work really, really well. They hold my 300 blackouts and my 9mm magazines. Oops, this one got dropped out and put it in backwards. And then this is the Leatherman, except this is the knockoff Leatherman. And these things are really, really nice. But for a good set of trauma shears, it's got the ring cutter on it. It's got the seatbelt hook on it. It's got the glass breaker. These things really are quite impressive for the, I think, $28 that they were, with the holster. So it actually came with the holster as well. So super, I mean, way better than spending $110 or $140 on the Leatherman version. For what they are, I'm pretty satisfied with that. But overall, my battle belt, it's my everyday. I love this thing more than any of the others that I've tried. 2 3/4 inch, I think, is the width, or 1 3/4 inches. My other belt, one of them is 2 inches. It's a little bit thick, like just tall wise. But this thing is super comfortable. While it does have rigidity for up and down, it's also still very soft and kind of subtle, I guess you could say. So it's not really uncomfortable to wear. It's very easy to carry in my car as well, along with my chest rig, which is out in my car, which I meant to bring in to talk to you guys about. But it is what it is. So we're not gonna get to chest rigs tonight. We'll probably talk about those next week when Dave's on as well, because we'll be able to show Dave's setup and my setup. But anyway, all right. So we're 50 minutes in. Anybody got any questions for myself or Dave or Chris from the 740's on here too, man? He's another good YouTuber. If you guys aren't subscribed to Chris from the 740, go out and check out his channel. The guy, he does a lot of cool stuff. Way more shooting than I do. And he's always got the coolest toys. Like, I don't know where he gets his stuff, but I do appreciate it. Jackson, go that way, son. I'm not going to ask you again. Thanks. I love you, buddy. Jackson, go that way.
I want this.
Right, go that way. Go talk to your mom. Go talk to your mom.
You said no.
I know. Well, go talk to your mom. My son.
You keep saying no.
She doesn't install games on his iPad. I'm the only one that's allowed to install them. So he loves to show up and be like, Dad, I want this new game. And of course, obviously, I have to look into these games because, well, he's 6. So, you know, I've got to be kind of a little bit cautious with what games I allow him to play. So my wife tries to stay out of it in case, you know, she makes a mistake. So, but anyway, so nobody else got any questions? Nobody about anything? Nothing? You guys are good to go? Everybody's on top of it? So, Dave, have you thought of a question yet? Dave says question mark. Are you asking me if I've got a question? I don't have a question. Okay, Dave's got a question. All right, cool. So, we're going to do a giveaway for this ceramic shield. This is a brand new bottle. It's a 1 ounce bottle of their ceramic shield, nano ceramic gun lubricant and protectant. I can tell you that my first bottle of this stuff ever was one of these, and I was able to coat 2 ARs, 3 handguns, and multiple knives, and I still have probably about this much left in the bottle. So this is going to coat a lot of stuff for a small bottle. It doesn't take that much. You basically just kind of dropper it on, take your finger, swirl it around so that it coats all the metal pieces that you want to coat, your bolt carriers, your firing pins, whatever parts you take off your gun, the outside, the inside, everything. You let it sit for, I usually let mine sit for about 10 minutes. I think it only says that you need to let it sit for 1 to 2. I let it sit for 10. Simply take a rag, wipe it all off. Your gun will completely repel anything you put on it. It will make your gun more efficient. Your cycles are quicker. I mean, I kid you not, guys. This is the real deal. This guy is an amazing person. It's a family business, and the guy who developed it is absolutely a engineer of this kind of stuff. His resume is mind-boggling. I had a conversation with his brother, and his brother was talking so far above my head in terms that I just don't understand because I'm not a chemical engineer, right? I don't understand nanotechnology. I just don't. So the terminology he was using was just like, I mean, at this point, like, dude, I have to believe you because you can't make up words like that, So Dave's going to go ahead and ask a question. He's going to ask it right now. And the first person that Dave sees answer the question correctly is going to win this bottle of Ceramic Shield Nano Lube gun protecting. What brand is my handgun that I use as of now? Oh, this is simple. I actually said it in the beginning of the video. Oh, well, that's the first one I saw. This could work to my benefit too, Dave. Dave, did you see Ryan answer that? Because if Ryan bought pens off my wife, chance that Ryan, are you local to us? Do you live local? But you are correct. And I see that Ryan's the only one that answered. There you go. We got a winner. Sweet. I don't even have to stick it in the mailbox. Ryan, if you know where I live, you can stop by and pick up your stuff. Otherwise, shoot me an email or actually I can. Why am I not knowing? Why? I don't know. But Ryan, one way or the other, I'll get this to you. You can get it from me or Dave or whatever. Or you can shoot me an email with your phone number to cigarsandgear@gmail.com. Cigarsandgear@gmail.com. And I will make sure that you get this bottle of Ceramic Shield. So congratulations to our first winner. Hopefully we'll have, like I said, we're going to do giveaways every week. Oh, he's already got my phone number. Oh, yeah, okay, Ryan, I got you, man. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah. All right. Now I'm putting it together. I'm like, why do I know this guy's name? But all right, now I got it. So congratulations, Ryan. I'll get with you and I'll make sure that you get this bottle. You're really gonna love this stuff. It's great stuff. So, but we'll be back next Friday. We're gonna try to keep Dave sober. I might even be drinking too. When I'm not playing with guns, man, I like to drink. And the only downfall is that when Dave and I are together and we start to drink, all those great ideas of shooting guns go out the window, because that's one thing that we do not do is play around with guns when we've been drinking. So it just is what it is. We try to get all of our shooting done, and then it's usually course time. Last night was Oktoberfest, Sam Adams. It was so good. So delicious. I feel like I should go up and get some more. Maybe I will. But anyway, so next week, guys, like I said, we're going to be doing another giveaway. The time's going to be a little bit later on in the afternoon. I'm going to start hammering the, letting everybody know about the live and things like that. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give away another bottle of this next week. Next week, I'm going to give away another bottle of this, and I'm going to have the question for next week. And because I've already got a good question. So if you guys want to check this stuff out, be prepared. And yes, you can win more than once. I really don't care. If you got the answer, you got the answer. I can't start disqualifying people just because they're smart. So Ryan, you might win. Dave says he needs one. Dave, I got one for you, buddy. I'm sorry about that. I meant to give you some a while ago. But you know me, man. I'm scatterbrained. And not only that, but the room that I'm sitting in right now used to be my wife's office. I was banished to the garage. That's where I did all my videos. It was out in my garage. The only thing that sucked about that was that it gets cold. And I have a heater, but still, it takes a half hour to warm the garage up just for me to be able to go out there and shoot a 10, 20-minute video and come back in the house. So when we bought our house, it was originally a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. The previous owner had taken out one of the bedrooms to accommodate a family member that was sick. I re-added that bedroom, and then my wife took that over as her new office. So now I am actually inside And I've got my own gun room. So I'm pretty excited about that. Makes it quite nice. It really does. Um, and I'm excited, man. I really am. It's gonna make for a lot better video footage going forward. I've got some camera mounts coming for the walls, so I'll be able to actually hang my DSLR cameras. I've got lighting mounts on the walls, so I can add all my lighting. So the videos are going to be really, I think they're going to be cool. You'll get a lot of video of me on my couch right here, which this couch is not going to stay here. I'm actually going to be adding two recliners. I would also heavily tell you to pay attention to what we're saying because it could potentially be a new question going forward for giveaways. Just saying. So, yeah, it's going to be really cool. I've got a lot of new stuff coming. I'm going to be setting up my sound mixer, things like that, so I'll be able to add in all kinds of cool effects to my videos, things like that. I'm really looking forward to that. Like I said, hanging different cameras in the room, being able to take different, switching from camera to camera while in lives and doing videos. Very cool as well. I've been really wanting to do something like this for a long time, so this is definitely cool to me. So anyway, all right, guys, we just hit an hour. I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I'm going to let you guys get back to your night, go enjoy your dinners, your after parties, your drinking beers, whatever you're going to do if you're not already. But once again, Ryan, congratulations on the ceramic shield. I'll get this to you. Dave, I'll get a bottle to you as well. And from there, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Definitely, once again, make sure to subscribe to Chris from the 740. You can just go right out of this, go do a search for Chris from the 740, sign up, subscribe, give this dude some love. He really is very entertaining with his videos. He's got a lot of very cool guns that he deals with. He's actually got one that was on his bucket list that I personally think is one of the baddest mother effing guns in the world that he got a hold of. So, you guys hopefully will see Chris in some of our videos coming up. We're going to try to get Chris up here maybe in the spring. Maybe in the spring, we'll see if Chris wants to make the drive up here and come hang out with Dave and I and shoot a whole bunch of stuff. Cool stuff. Lots of big calibers. Some long range shooting as well. Speaking of long range shooting, that's probably what we might be talking about next week is some long range shooting. I am getting ready to build a PRS centerfire setup. I already have some amazing 22 rimfire guns. I've got a Tikka T1X. I've got a Bergara B14R in an Oryx chassis, tracked optics on them. Great guns, very, very accurate. But now I'm in the game of super long range. Like, I want to go out there. 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 yards, and maybe even further. I've got a gun that I already own that I think I may kind of be working with. I may actually be acquiring a 6.5 Creedmoor Ruger Precision as well. We'll see. But if not that, then it's probably going to be my Remington 700, which is a 243. And before you say 243, why would you do that? That's kind of a underpowered round. Because there's a guy on YouTube that's shooting them 3,000 meters. Think about that. 3,000 meters. 243 Winchester. That's impressive. So, with that being said, I'm Moose. Dave's Dave. And we will definitely catch you guys next week, man. Be paying attention this week. I'm going to drop some new videos. Once again, congratulations to our winner of the ceramic shield. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Share the video if you will. I definitely appreciate any time that you guys see one of my videos. If you share it, it certainly helps the channel. And don't forget to check out Chris from the 740. So with that being said, till next time, be good to each other. And let me find my button. God bless.